Imagine stepping out into your backyard. The air is alive with the sights and sounds of birds. A vibrant cardinal perches atop a sunflower, its brilliant red plumage a stark contrast against the bright yellow petals. A hummingbird, a tiny jewel on wings, hovers delicately, sipping nectar from a scarlet trumpet vine. A chorus of melodic chirps and trills fills the air, a symphony of nature's own orchestra. This is the allure of a bird-friendly garden, a haven where both birds and humans can thrive. Creating such a sanctuary is not a Herculean task. It simply requires an understanding of the needs of birds and a willingness to cater to them in our own backyards. By incorporating native plants, providing food and water sources, and offering safe nesting sites, we can transform our gardens into thriving ecosystems that support a diverse array of avian visitors. The benefits of doing so extend far beyond the enjoyment of birdwatching. Bird-friendly gardens play a crucial role in mitigating habitat loss, supporting biodiversity, and fostering a healthier planet. As we invite these feathered friends into our lives, we become active participants in the intricate web of life that sustains us all. In the following sections, we will delve into the how-to of creating a bird-friendly garden, exploring plant selection, garden design, and simple DIY projects that can make all the difference for our avian neighbors. Join us as we embark on a journey to transform our outdoor spaces into havens for birds, one garden at a time. The need for bird-friendly gardens has never been greater. As human development continues to encroach upon natural habitats, birds are facing an unprecedented loss of the resources they need to survive. Forests are cleared for agriculture and housing, grasslands are converted to monoculture lawns, and the use of pesticides further degrades the remaining habitat. This loss of habitat has dire consequences for bird populations. Without access to food, water, and shelter, birds struggle to reproduce and raise their young. Many species are experiencing significant declines, and some are even facing the threat of extinction. Bird-friendly gardens offer a beacon of hope in this challenging landscape. By creating even small pockets of habitat within our own yards, we can provide crucial resources for birds in need. Native plants in particular are essential for supporting the insects that birds rely on for food, especially during the breeding season when they are raising their young. Moreover, bird-friendly gardens contribute to the overall health of our ecosystems. Birds play a vital role in pollination, seed dispersal, and pest control, helping to maintain the delicate balance of nature. By supporting birds, we are in turn supporting the health and resilience of our planet. Creating a bird-friendly garden is not just about attracting beautiful creatures, it is about actively participating in conservation and ensuring a brighter future for all. The cornerstone of any bird-friendly garden is the use of native plants. These plants have evolved alongside local bird species over millennia, forming intricate relationships that are essential for their mutual survival. Native plants provide the specific types of food, shelter, and nesting materials that birds have come to rely upon. For example, caterpillars, a crucial food source for many bird species, have evolved to feed on the leaves of specific native plants. These plants, in turn, have developed defenses against herbivory, ensuring a balance between predator and prey. When we introduce non-native plants into our gardens, we disrupt this delicate balance. Non-native plants often lack the necessary nutrients or defenses to support local insect populations. Without a steady supply of insects, birds struggle to find enough food to feed themselves and their young. This is particularly critical during the breeding season when birds require a protein-rich diet to nourish their growing chicks. By choosing native plants, we are not only providing food for birds, but we are also supporting the entire food web. Native plants attract a greater diversity of insects, which in turn supports other wildlife such as amphibians, reptiles, and small mammals. This creates a thriving ecosystem within our own backyards, teeming with life and interconnectedness. Designing a bird-friendly garden is like piecing together a puzzle, considering the needs of birds while creating a visually appealing space. The key is to mimic the natural environment by providing a variety of layers that offer food, shelter, and nesting sites. Start by incorporating a mix of trees, shrubs, and ground covers. Trees provide nesting cavities for cavity-nesting birds, while shrubs offer cover from predators and inclement weather. Ground covers create a safe haven for ground foraging birds and provide nesting material. When selecting plants, opt for species that bloom at different times of the year. This ensures a continuous supply of nectar, pollen, berries, and seeds for birds throughout the seasons. Choose plants that provide different types of food, such as sunflowers for their seeds, service berries for their fruit, and oak trees for their acorns. Consider the verticality of your garden as well. Plant taller trees and shrubs at the back, gradually decreasing in height towards the front. This creates a layered effect that provides birds with a variety of foraging and nesting options. Leave some areas of bare ground for ground foraging birds, and consider adding a small water feature, such as a bird bath or a shallow pond. By thoughtfully planning the layout and plant selection of your garden, you can create a thriving habitat that attracts a diverse array of avian visitors. Remember to choose plants that are well suited to your local climate and soil conditions. Section 5. The Ecological Ripple Effect. Native Plants and Beyond. The benefits of using native plants in our gardens extend far beyond our own backyards. By choosing natives, we are making a conscious decision to support the ecological integrity of our communities and the planet as a whole. Native plants are adapted to local environmental conditions, requiring less water, fertilizer, and pesticides than their non-native counterparts. This reduces our reliance on harmful chemicals that can pollute waterways and harm wildlife. Native plants also help to sequester carbon from the atmosphere, mitigating the effects of climate change. Their deep root systems prevent soil erosion and improve water infiltration, enhancing the health of our watersheds. Moreover, native plants provide essential habitat for a wide range of pollinators, including bees, butterflies, and moths. These pollinators are crucial for the reproduction of many of our food crops and wildflowers. By supporting pollinators, we are ensuring the health and productivity of our ecosystems. The choice to incorporate native plants into our landscapes is an act of ecological stewardship. It is a way of recognizing the interconnectedness of all living things and taking responsibility for our impact on the environment. By creating gardens that support native biodiversity, we are contributing to a healthier, more resilient planet for generations to come. Section 6. DIY Delights. Creating bird-friendly nooks. Creating a bird-friendly garden doesn't require a large budget or elaborate installations. Some of the most effective ways to attract birds are also the simplest and most enjoyable. With a little creativity and some basic materials, you can transform your backyard into a haven for feathered friends. One easy project is to build a brush pile. Gather fallen branches, twigs, and leaves and pile them in a corner of your yard. Brush piles provide excellent cover for birds, especially during winter. Another simple project is to create a bird feeder using recycled materials. A plastic bottle can be transformed into a feeder by cutting out a feeding window and adding a perch. Fill the feeder with bird seed appropriate for the species you want to attract. These are just a few examples of the many DIY projects to enhance your bird-friendly garden. Section 7. Inviting birds to your backyard. Supplemental support. Native plants form the foundation of a bird-friendly garden, but additional steps can enhance your backyard habitat. Provide fresh water for drinking and bathing, especially during hot months. A bird bath is an attractive and functional addition. Choose a shallow basin with a rough surface for secure footing. Change the water regularly to prevent diseases. Offer supplemental food sources, especially in winter. Choose feeders appropriate for the birds you want to attract. Create nesting sites with trees, shrubs, and nesting boxes. Different species prefer different sizes and shapes of nesting boxes. Incorporate these measures to create a haven for birds year-round. Section 8. A call to action. Creating havens for birds. One garden at a time. The decline of bird populations is a stark reminder of the impact human activities have on the natural world. Habitat loss, climate change, and the use of pesticides are taking a toll on these feathered creatures that bring so much joy and wonder to our lives. However, there is hope. By creating bird-friendly gardens, we can each play a role in reversing this trend and ensuring a brighter future for birds. Every native plant we choose, every bird feeder we fill, every nesting box we install, brings us one step closer to restoring the balance of nature. Our gardens, no matter how small, have the potential to become sanctuaries for birds, providing them with the food, water, and shelter they need to thrive. Imagine a world where every backyard is a haven for birds, where the sound of birdsong fills the air, and where future generations can experience the joy of connecting with nature in their own backyards. This vision can become a reality if we each take action today. Let us pledge to transform our gardens into oases for birds. Let us choose native plants, provide water sources, create nesting sites, and educate others about the importance of bird conservation. Together, we can make a difference, one garden at a time. The time for action is now. Let us create a world where both birds and humans can thrive in harmony.